Okay, that was weird. Why are you not? Poof. All right, I'm back. Hey, I gotta go get my coffee though. What's up, y'all? Happy Saturday morning live. Um, yeah, I'll be right back because coffee and there was something else I was supposed to grab from there. Oh, I know what it is. Okay, what's up, y'all? Okay, I'll be right back. I think you're connected, are you? Is J-Bot here? Okay. Is that camera's not frozen? They're just frozen outside. And then you didn't say anything. So, sure, suppose your last, sure.
The Bluetooth device is disconnected. The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
That is super loud. That would have scared the ever shit out of me if I would have left it at that volume. Okay, hey there, Jay. Bot. Running on old fumes too, looks like. Oh, hey, let's get assembled. What's up, y'all? We need to assemble, don't we? Because we totally weren't assembled before I started the live or anything. LockForce Assemble! Get my coffee stirred up. What's up? He's like, what in the hell? What in the hell? Oh, that's what in the hell. I do need to get some, do a camera check here in a minute. I don't know. It's kind of a last minute thing because, as always, several people show up at once. Okay, why is this up here? No, I don't want to deal with you. Stop it. Go. Ooh, look at all these open tabs. You got to close some of them. How'd that happen? Okay, start over. And camera and the mobile comments section because we got to go probably got to go over there. Uh, Still is yet to be determined though. Okay, there it is. Somebody else. Eight. Okay, turn down. All right, now I'm ready. What y'all doing? Not quite ready. Hold up. Oh, hold up, hold up. Let me stir and fix this camera real quick. Hey, I'm back. What's up, Miko? Scroll back on the comments. Rune in the house. What's up? Nate G, retired butcher boy, outlawed, Chevy dude, Dave A, James Randolph Douse. What's up? Tugboat girl. Mr. T in the house. What's up? Gumby. I've got too much stuff right in front of me here. Kurt O. Anthony, what's up? Hey, Dana. Cable guy. You are early. You are early today. Oh, yes. Yin Yet, good morning. Yep, coffee time. It's almost stirred up completely for me here. Trying to get the last little bit off the bottom so that I can take a sip. Oh, I just realized I never plugged this in. So I was running through my mind of stuff that I'd forgotten to do this morning. Mad Max, what's up? GK man. Ken Nixon, what's up? How cold was it? I know it's cold up there where Gumby was. I was going to say something, but it's obvious. Yeah. If it was warm, the door would be closed with the AC on. It's supposed to actually be winter time here in a little bit. Maybe by the time we're wrapping up live, but it's going to shift like that, supposedly, which is just the South right there. I mean, what's up, David N? He knows how it is. It's going to shift like that. So it's supposed to be like t-shirt weather now and come like 5 o'clock, I guess. That was the latest thing I heard. I don't know for sure. But midday, it was supposed to start dropping in temperature. I don't know. We're going to have to check in with Ryan Hall, y'all. What's up, Pete Woodfine? HR, what's up? Oh my God, HR's in the house. Shit. I knew it would come eventually. Just wasn't expecting it to be today. All right. Shh. Matthew Myers, what's up? Good morning to you. Ontario. Negative. Thank you for transcribing it from Celsius to Fahrenheit. 30 degrees. And that, yeah, it's coming. It's going to hit us. It's going to be bad. Not going to be negative 22 Fahrenheit bad, but it's supposed to get like snowy and icy and everything. So as of right now, in fact, a customer I just had come in was like, well, we can do it Tuesday. And she was like, but, I said, yeah, but, that's a big but. Because if it's icy, we won't be doing that particular one because it's so far away. Bridget, what's up? Yeah, I hope everybody had a good week too. Hope you had a good week. It's been weirdly busy, odd, just I guess normal. It's so odd that it's normal sometimes, you know, or so normal that it's odd. What's up, Nix? I'm on the TV doing stuff. Well, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that. We don't really have a lot planned today because, as I mentioned, I'm going to be switching cameras to the face cam. El Gato. I've been heavily involved, and I mentioned this last week, with LFA, LockForce Academy. Here, you want to see my graphic before anybody else? Give you all a sneak peek. Hey.
When they're open, every time I come, it's never open.
Yeah, he took off today. He was in here this morning and said he didn't feel well. So 4:30 p.m. to 7. almost every day, but with him not feeling well and with it getting icy next week, I wouldn't really count on.
Let me see if there's a phone number. I'll have to start calling the phone.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It
The phone doesn't work.
as far as I know, it doesn't. Would I be involved with that? Okay, whoop, scroll up. Where were Pete Center, what's up? Hey, Willard Locks, what's going on? J-Bot is in sore need of upgrade. I'm investigating that option. So many things in motion right now. It's like I gotta keep focused, otherwise, and then on top of it, you never know what you're gonna be dealing with during the day. Period. Work wise, it gets my project. So I'm trying to devote like a couple hours. I've spent like 20 hours on LFA so far, approximately, and I'm trying to spend a couple hours each morning. And then this afternoon, I'm doing some filming over here on the workbench for LockForce Academy. Where is it? Where is it? Uh, where is it? Son of a biscuit eater, where did I put it? Did I even make a new? I should have made it. Yeah, I did make a new folder for it. Make that bigger. I can't see that. Yeah, that's not the one I wanted to use. Yeah, that's it. Right. Yeah, that's we never did never did update those images. Hold up. It's all right. We can do it a different way. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. There it is. Yep. Switch to that, and then yeah. Which image do we want to use? Nope. Stop that. Nope, not that one. Yeah, there it is. This may not be the actual image. They're all a little bit slightly different. So we'll put this right here, and we're gonna go banner main. Yep, just like that. Let's save that right there. Uh, there's variations of this. Long story short. Um, oh, there it is. Hey, look at that. It's not a clickable link, but yeah, just a sneak peek of the one of the many. Where are you going? Putting on backpacks. Well, so you never know whether they're carrying backpacks, so they don't leave them in their car. Always encourage people not to leave their backpacks in their vehicles. Yeah, all officially unofficial, of course. Officially unofficial. Yeah, oh, my Frank hat. I had it right there too. So maybe one day it'll be official, but hell, I don't know. So yeah, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel with that, nor do I even want to hear those particular letters. There's a history there, and this is not trying to reinvent the wheel and all that. Uh, let's just say that's not welcome here. You didn't know, but for the record, no. I'm not trying to copy or imitate. This is strictly on the videos that I'm putting out. However, I decided to kind of broaden it a little bit and like make it even better so that instead of just having to take a test, knowing for those of you, I don't know where this is going to go. Like I said last week, I don't know where this is going to go, if it's going to go anywhere. I mean, yes, whoever takes the test, there's going to be like a classroom with everything, and LockForce guys and gals, obviously, can take the test. I can issue these certificates, and I'll mail them to you, and you can hang them on the wall. They're not official record, whatever. We didn't know we were gonna be freaking here. Sorry, but I'm on a rant now, not against you, just against the institution. No, I'm just doing this as a funny, like I do a lot of stuff, and then it ended up being like, well, shit. If I'm doing it as a funny, because I did include some funny questions that were directly related to the channel, of course. I mean, this is my channel, damn it. I can do what the heck I want. Uh, but who knows where it's going to lead, you know? Last year we did a store. I ignore it too much for my own benefit. Then we had a YouTube thing and music videos. Long story short, I don't know where this is going. 20 people may take the test for ha-has, and I'll be like, yeah, you got a LockForce certificate, and get it in the mail to them eventually. Uh, and then I was like, well, in some ways, say one of you starts getting busier and hires somebody, and they don't know what to do, and you could be like, hey, go do this test. It'll teach you about how to rekey quickside locks. It'll teach you terms and technology, terms and stuff related to residential locks, and they can get an email response. And while it does collect emails, that's simply because it has to email you, so it literally has to collect an email for it to re-email you the results, and then you could forward it. If you're an employee, or a new hire, you could forward it to your boss, and the boss could see the actual answers and figure it out for himself, whether you had a brain or not. Easy tests, 20-minute tests, but they're all 20-minute videos on the Residential Locksmith Starter Series. Anyway, long story short, we're not trying to copy anything, we're not trying to mimic anything, and by all means, let those other people do what they want to do. We're gonna do it as kind of a ha-ha. And hell, if it gets used, then it gets used. That's better for y'all. It's gonna be a permanent thing, just through Google Classrooms, and that's how right now anyway, the free way to do it. Oh, that is delicious mscolddrip.com coffee. So, long story short, just like everything else in this whole YouTube adventure, I don't know where it's going to go. If it comes in handy for a few folks, then hey, it's worth it, right? Ideally, it's to gain subscribers. At the end of the day, hey, this guy's kind of half-assed doing some shit here, whatever. Instead of posting minute-long or 3-minute-long shorts and getting 500,000 subscribers because I've posted 10 shorts on YouTube. Well, here's some actual substance that, maybe somebody could use. Yeah. And then some of y'all long-term folks can actually have LockForce certificate on the wall. That's what I'm talking about. That's the best part of it, right? That's literally all I'm doing it for. Yeah, sorry to go off on the rail about that, David. Well, I wasn't directing it at you. I was just saying, so everybody's pretty clear on that. There's some history there. And CLK, they have their own little whatever they have. They have a series for different things. I don't know. door closer. I had to install that, turn into Swiss cheese. That's one of the hardest things to film, y'all, because you have bright light and you're inside. So when you open the door, the light glares out the camera. I've done a number of door closer videos, and I've never been happy with them as far as camera placement and all that. That's like a whole ass trick in itself. Was the short from the Timu the Creepy Dolls? That was the Creepy Doll place. That was definitely the Creepy Doll place. Stupid alarm. I mean, most of the time when you press a few buttons, it stops and then squawks again. It like gets madder at you. So I don't even bother anymore. But I saw it sitting there and I was like, huh. Okay. I'm gonna do that more often now. You notice I use my knuckle too, though, right? Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can get some patches made for it too. That's another thing. In fact, that may be actually we could probably. Oh, that's a good idea. Since they're embroidered, we could do. Yeah, we'll have to get Daniel West whenever he shows back up. We'll have to get Daniel West involved with the design there too. Haven't anything cool in the lock sector at CES? That like I see it pop up every year, and it's like I don't even really, unless an industry like Locksmith Ledger has it in there, like I happen to glance at what is this from November? So I'm sorry, but I bear. Oh, what is in a dead latch? This is funny. I did see this article, and I was like, hey, that looks very similar to what Jason did in a What's Inside video damn near like 5 years ago, 4 years ago. I don't know when I think I'm pretty damn sure. I know I did the Schleg version. Uh, but yeah, with what's there's a video right here for that. What's inside, but I barely even open those anymore. Can you do a video on pinning up the also padlocks and code cutting the keys? I was actually going to do that once I have time, because it's kind of a trick by itself. Daniel West does embroidery. I know he does design for the embroidery and tweaks it, but neither him nor I have had a whole lot of time lately to do any of that. So. But the door, the core course on door closers. So again, going back to the whole, I don't know where this is going to lead, because during the RLS series, people were like, "Hey, do a commercial one." Hey, and I've got like dead latch type stuff, narrow style door closers. Yes, narrow style. Like I was going to do kind of either a light commercial or just commercial series as well. One day that's in the future. So then I was like, hey, I'm doing this whole test for just these 4 videos, but in reality, 4 sections of videos. So like the test is going to cover like 1 through 8, and then quickset, and then Schleg, and then other. So it's going to be like 4 to 5 tests in the beginning for that series. But then as I'm doing them, I'm like, I've got these plans in the future to do the same thing on the commercial side, whether it be independent videos, because if you look at the playlist, there are, and I hadn't gotten around to updating the playlist lately, but there are a couple other videos that I kind of threw in there because they were related to that. So, yeah, long story short, one day in the future, I'll have this backbone of this classroom, whatever, so that I can build on it with another class. And I'm still trying to decide, like, I'm going to let people do a class or I'm going to let people just do it by the form. If you do it by the form, you'll get the results, and I'll really never be able to, like, quote, grade you. You won't be involved with the grading process. Only thing about the Google Classroom, you can see other people's name, whatever they provide. So, that's up to you as to whether you want to use your real name in the classroom part of it. But it'll also have a direct link to the actual forms for the tests themselves. So if you don't want to be in a classroom and get the certificate, and you just want your new employee, or you're just learning about something and you don't want to have other people see whatever made up name you decide to make up when you sign up for the Google Classroom, then you can just download the form or go to the form itself. And yeah, you got to put an email in, but I could care less. I don't want your emails other than what I need them for anyway. So I've always said, that's on Google. So I don't know how it's going to work out. We're going to have some practice dummies. Daniel West is going to definitely be a practice dummy taking the test. SE lock and key. We don't do that at all. No, man. Thank you. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I was going to share that review here. That was a funny review, wasn't it? Here we go. Jason Reed's reviews. I actually like the reviews. It's very unique. Wait, is that on right? Oh, it's been a while. It's been a while. Jason Reed's reviews. All right. The locksmith man who provided my service seemed chilled, laid back, nonchalant. I had no issues with him. He knew what he was doing and did not make any mistakes. None, with an with a exclamation. 3 homes doors with added deadbolt locks and not one mistake was made! Exclamation mark. Superior work, I would say! Exclamation mark. At first, I was thinking to go with another company because of the chill, laid-back, nonchalant vibes, but I did not because of the many good reviews. Don't let that discourage you from doing business with this company. I forget his name, Jason, but he, capital, all the rest of those capitals, did not make one mistake! Exclamation point. I applaud / salute. She forgot the last exclamation point. Thank you for that review. I'm glad I was able to assist you in a very chilled, laid-back, nonchalant attitude. Yeah, we got a bunch of cars pulling in all of a sudden. What is it, lunchtime or something? Huh. Must be. I think this hat needs to be cleaned. I'm going to take it next door. Yeah, the shoe shop closed next door today. So y'all heard me tell that to the lady. It closed. So, I don't know what to say about that. I got my American Key Supply order in the other day, and they only sent me 5 super chips instead of 10. And I got on their little live chat, and she instantly had a order sent out to me. What's up, Jay? Got a few darn in case it snows tomorrow. I figured it. Well, would have figured it was already going to be snowing up there. It's supposed to snow here Tuesday. Let's check on our camera situation. How's everything working on that end? Is this one working? Oh, it is. Oh my gosh. Knock on. Look at that. Knock on wood. Laid back. Obviously, you never parked bad. So I'm a little bit devastated about this. I mean, it's devastated. Yeah, I'm pretty devastated about it. What you see here is probably going to sprinkle debris into my cup if I'm not careful. Is the old version of the Husky plastic case. They only had this out for a couple of years. I now regret not buying more of them because then they changed them to a flat design with latches on 3 sides. The OG version, they had a big one and a small one, was fatter, therefore was able to hold 2 1/8 inch bits. Okay. I've gone through a number of these over the years, and this was my last remaining one. And I put it back into service just for that job. That's just because I just wanted to, I wanted to keep sharp stuff in these. And literally, this is the only plastic thing that still fits in a tool bag easily that would hold this. Not a great solution, but it worked out. And then when I went to put it back in, if you don't put it I didn't notice that this was sticking out like that. And I went and I freaking completely broke off the latch. So it is now useless. Door installation, basic stuff. I wish I had something big enough for the hammer. And then I started looking at this and I'm like, I still have those thin, too thin, what do you call them damn things? Pack outs. However, one of the neat things about this guy was it had little rubber feet on the bottom, so you could safely put it on somebody's floor without worrying about scratching anything. Those don't, do they? Those don't. And they're bigger, obviously, so it's just something that won't go into a bag that you're carrying, like that bag I just put the drill in. I'm very sad about this, y'all. Total waste of a perfect container. The only bad thing about them is when that happens. Phew. I did a drill bit check the other day because I hadn't done one in a while, and I realized that one of my screws right here was solid rusted in there, so it wouldn't come out. I tried everything I could. I heated that bitch up until it was cherry red. Lubricated the heck out of it, pounded it with an Allen wrench the best I could. Nothing worked. Why are you doing this? Get back up here. Last name Table, first name Clark. What's up, Access? Ready to strike prep on the door edge. Oof. Actually, I had that situation actually threw me for a curveball because it was a metal residential door, metal skin door, except instead of the standard wood on the edge, it was a wrapped door. It wrapped all the way around, so it was like pressed into place. I have not seen something like that recent. I guess it was maybe an apartment style door, super thin metal, but so yeah, you can't easily. It was a double channel. It was like folded over, but and then right behind it was a another one. It was like a T, I guess like a T. I don't know how to describe it. Let's see. So I guess we could, if I had a whiteboard, I could whiteboard it, but I'm not going to do that. How was that? So two, just like that, and then there was like this little T behind it. That's horrible. He's not there. It was like this little T-bar almost of extruded aluminum metal. Yeah. So obviously you can't really recess it, the plate, and I only had one drive-in latch, and there were two of those doors. It wasn't center seam. No, there was no seam. There was no seam all the way around. It's just something you don't see every day. Whiteboard. The whiteboard is trapped right now with a camera on it, so. My last deadbolt screw up, which wasn't entirely my fault, but the quarter-inch bit broke. Uh, it just caught in the metal when it went through because I don't drill pilot holes, so that's something you just do have to watch out for. So yeah, technically was my bad for not drilling a pilot hole, but I never do anyway. Uh, and apparently that metal just didn't agree with me. Luckily, I was able to use the lorry plate to cover the scratches that it caused when the quarter-inch bit broke, and that jabbed the twirling hole 1-inch hole saw into the frame. Ow! Sucked. Why do you keep coming up every time I do that? Okay. Let's go back to that camera. 10 degrees. Yeah, it's like I was saying. I think I was saying it right before you came in. It's going to be cold later. Cold later. So now I got to figure out how to redistribute this in my bag up front, which was, where can we go? Let's go to front. I don't have my mobile mic, so I'm just going to yell. Got to come up with what to do with that. Maybe a 2 and an 8 will fit it here. No, it definitely won't. Definitely won't. Who knows? After LockForce Academy, maybe one day we'll have a Jason makes plastic bins factory too. Jason designs plastic, highly specific plastic bins to sell to 20 people. Better than jamming the bit, yeah. It could have been worse. Could have been bad, definitely, the way it broke. Hey, Logan, what's up? Have a good one. Police recovered our rescue jaws. Hmm. Yeah, and I don't want to know. I definitely don't want to know what cold is. That's why I live here and don't live up there. I'm perfectly fine with our weather, even as erratic as it is. Besides, Gumby sent me a hat. I've got a hat. Never gets real cold. And gloves. I hadn't had a chance to wear my new goat skin gloves yet because the last little cold spell we had, I had to wear my liners, and I really didn't have an opportunity to wear those. And I don't really want to soil them. They're white. So it's one of the problems with white goat gloves is they get dirty. So it's like once they get dirty, you kind of have to assign. In my glove world, I have to assign those gloves task. Oh, I used those gloves accidentally for a Christmas tree one year. They're now Christmas tree gloves. Oh, is it really, really, really cold? And I've got a ski gloves for when it's frigid here, which will be below like 30. Uh, Chainsaw gloves, of course, 2 pairs of those. Liners for general work because I can swipe with my phone. It's a little tip on the finger. It's kind of necessary. So the Gumby's white goat gloves hadn't come in handy for yet. Hadn't figured out the exact use for those yet. Okay. Hey, the puppy. Where's the puppy? Uh, did you send Locksmith or a glitter box? You know what I meant. Just can't say it out loud, right? Before you knew it, I'll issue a car door in the snow. I did that one time when it was really cold, and it sucks. But again, you chose to live up there, so that's what you get, man. Lycian in the frozen lock world. Pass on that. I can't remember the very first one I did, and it was cold. It was super cold. It was I want to say a Crown Vic, possibly was what it was. Some kind of Ford. Didn't even know what the hell to do. I just got it in. I was like, hey, let me give it a shot. And it was like, to me, 12 degrees. Really, it was like 30 degrees. Not a good way to start, right? So yeah, over here on the workbench, which I don't have a camera up for it, I've got some quick set locks out because that's part of the videos that I'm working on right now for LFA. Is pretty pictures to include with said test questions so that you can be like, oh, that's a quick set deadbolt plug for a single cylinder deadbolt and not a double cylinder deadbolt. It stopped short just as I got in. I know, that's what I thought too. I was like, this, hey.
Come on. Hey.
Sorry, pup. Yeah, it did, didn't it? I read it. I was like, the 3 dead latches I disassembled all use completely different designs. Take one apart yourself. And you can find the subtle way in which these brilliant little devices work. Don't worry, you'll never have to put it back together. Studying the internal parts, I came to several dissatisfying conclusions. First, there isn't a practical or reliable way to overcome a malfunctioning dead latch. Do what you've been doing, which is... What did he say do? I mean, I don't want to say the homeboy saw my video and figured that he could write an article on it. So I'm not going to say that. You're going to be the first one to fail it. So you shouldn't. And anybody that's even halfway remotely knows about locks. And plus, it's not timed, so you could always go watch the video. And it's a lot of common sense stuff in the beginning. It is a beginner series, so it's kind of designed for noobs as well. Yeah, the video they're doing is vacant with snow on the ground. The popo turned out. Yeah, it's because the alarm was going off. Because I fired off the alarm. Boom, I remember that. I kind of felt bad for that lady that had to come out. You can't just call the police. You can call the police, but they're still going to send somebody out. And she was all not overly happy about that. That was not a what's up, Wanderer? That was not a fun open. That should have been Jason's dumbass. Should have not been out there doing that in that ice. It should have been delayed. Don't remember why it was called in and it decided to get done. That kind of eludes me because in that situation, especially going over to where it is, there's a very treacherous bridge that I very treacherously drove over. Luckily, though, Astro handles slicky roads pretty good. I can't remember why I ended up doing that. Like, because nowadays I'd be like, there's ice on the ground. I'm not coming to open your vacant and rekey it. Sorry, you can wait. So, bunch of guys fell through this year. Well, there's always a danger in that, right? Hey, always a danger in falling through ice if you're going to walk on ice. If you're going to live on a river, then I think I did the Schleg. I don't know if I've fully cut apart. I know I did a Schleg what's inside. You've seen reports of guys going through on Facebook. Well, hopefully they're not alone and got all rescued. and then felt really stupid with themselves over it. But I don't know how people's brains work that are going to go out on ice. And dang it, Wes, he's not here, so he can't argue with me about it. But that's not something Southern people do at all. We would never look at a lake and go, oh, hey, let's go walk out on it, because it never freezes enough to freeze a lake. And murky areas like swamps and stuff, we end up punching through and getting our boot wet and being pissed off for at least 4 or 5 more hours if we're out that long. We don't, Southerners don't go out on the frozen lakes. It's not a Southern thing. Yeah, I saw your little ice racing video. That was a lake. No, no, he's closed. And there's a note in the door, so I don't know why I'm getting questions about it. Yes, please find somewhere else. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Want to read it? You want to go there?
Oh, that's kind of. I don't really have. Yes, I could do this. No, I'm not gonna do that. Never mind. Cancel that. Reverse that. I'm not gonna do that. You'll just have to take the test and see. Ice fish. I mean, yes, I think it would be cool if somebody who was knowledgeable about said thing. I don't know. Y'all were just talking about people falling through, so now I wouldn't believe you anyway. Let's just say I wouldn't be overly happy about it. Is that a crack? Yeah, I've watched Final Destination too many times, all of them. You go first. You go first and jump up and down on it, and then I'll follow behind you. No, because you just jumped up and down on it, and that made it weaker, and I'm going to fall through because of that. Uh, and I don't really like fishing anyway. I won 2 fishing reels. What were they called? Ugly sticks or something. I gave them to Dang It Wes. I don't even know if he's used them, but 2 brand new ones from Banner at the trade show, and I don't like fishing. Never have. Done it a lot. Never have. Don't like it. It's just not my thing. It's okay, but it's never something I would actively like. Hey, I'm gonna go fishing. I've never hadn't crossed my mind to think about doing that since I was in my teens when I did go fishing, but didn't like it then either. Really, I just did it because, and if I choose not to on it. So I'm not overly fond of really cold. So when you combine all three of them, innate fear of plunging through a lake because you're raised in the South and lakes don't freeze over enough to. Uh, I don't know if I would really like it a whole lot. But do as the locals do, right? So if it's something that the locals always do and I went to said area, who knows? I'd give it a try. What the heck? Is that a crack? You feed the bald eagles the junk food. We never see bald eagles here. Very, very rarely do they float around here. It's usually hawks. Nothing about walking out on a frozen lake so safe or good to me. When the water runs in the holes, it's the best time to fish. Ugly stick. Yeah, that's what it was. That's what everybody said. Those are nice sticks. I'm like, or nice poles. I was like, yeah, they are. I guess so. Yeah, he got two of them. I don't need them. My only thought was when I gave them to him was like, please don't make me go fishing. Please don't make me go fishing, Wes. I mean, if you're gonna make me go fishing, that's one thing, but please don't make me. So, hadn't been faced with that one yet. We can talk about that since he's not here. Set up your heater. That's another thing. It's like heater, ice, heat, ice, heat, ice. No. Sounds very interesting. I'll leave that to the professional, even the semi-professionals. And earlier I was gonna take you over to the workbench, but there's really no point in it because it's just a freaking taking photos of QuickSet stuff and doing video related things. In fact, we may leave early today so that I can get some more of that done. I say that. 3-hour warning, right? I wish that would stay in the center of the screen instead of one of the four corners. Your hut gets warm enough. So you don't have. I hadn't gotten an email from you, Ken. I would reply to it if I've gotten one from you, but I hadn't gotten one from you. And I check my spam folder every, like about once a week or so. So, if you've sent one within the last, I hadn't seen an email. Since last year. What did you just do? So no, I didn't get an email from you. Somebody walked by the other day drinking and just knocked the trash can over. No particular reason, just walked there, spilled it out, and kept on walking. Like it offended him. Last year was ice fishing. One of the guys lost his rod down the hole. We have a great video of the fishing pole hitting the bottom. Because it had a camera on it? I guess it had a camera attached to the pole? I know fishing people, YouTube fishing people have like camera mounts on their poles. And I guess if you were able to connect to it, depending on how deep it is, if you're like Wi-Fi and you were connected to it on the phone, you could still pull the footage from it, huh? Is that what you mean by the video of it? Or can you physically see the bottom? See, that's another thing. Our lakes are like dirty brown. You can't see through the water, so.
Pull 'em in.
Yeah, I'm looking at Jay's video here. It's a link to his channel. It's relatively safe.
Oh, we got a bait fish. Get it, man. Keep pulling.
Wait, you caught that big? Get away from that hole, puppy. It's not safe. Do you know what that reminds me of? Little Jessica. Ha! No, get away from that. Get away from that fish, dog. Okay. So anyway, in that link, there was a dog. Little Jessica falling down the hole in the well. The hole in the well. The well hole. Hole. There was a well. Whatever. Yeah. Scary dark hole. Pass. And that ice doesn't even look that thick to me. It was like, it was way too thin to be standing that close to it. Nope. Yeah, I didn't watch all the way to the end. I remember watching it when you had posted it. Ice cameras and fish finders. Yeah, I want to get the video. You can't prove it unless it's on video, right? Gotta get that camera equipment. Pole costs what, 200 or 300? Sure, serious fishermen are gonna laugh at me about that. So, $300 pole, $1,200 camera on it. Speaking of cameras, my GoPro screen died. The front screen still works, but the back screen, which I never use the front screen, the back screen's totally gone out. So the only way I know it's on is that blinking red light. Yeah, see, lock and key. Good. Can I help you? We don't go to Crystal Springs, no, sir. I do not. I'm sorry. I don't know anybody offhand that goes down that way. All right. Thank you. I used to go to Crystal Springs all the time. Talking trash about people recording stuff. I know, right? No, I wasn't talking trash about them. The water sounds nicer. It's not, trust me. There's nothing crystal about the springs in Crystal Springs. In fact, I spent a lot of time down there at certain areas. Camp survival type camps. There ain't nothing crystal about that spring. Or, for that matter, springs at all. It's more like the exact opposite of that. Muddy ditches. Ditches. Muddy ditches. Just some are bigger than others. Come on down. I don't think that would make a great tourist attraction either. Come on down to Muddy Ditches. Or creeks. Muddy creeks. In fact, we had one of said Crystal Springs / Muddy Creeks running through one of the camps that I was at working. Puppy across the street. Looks like we got a frozen camera there, too. At least one. No. Oh. Why were they so separate? At least the camera's not frozen. All right. Hey. Okay. What's the furthest? That's a good question. Yeah, what is the furthest distance you travel? I don't go as far as I used to because of the age of my vehicle, but I go about 25, 30 miles-ish one way, which is basically 60 miles round trip. So in our area, I can cover pretty much the common living area around. But there's a lot of country in the surrounding of that kind of 30 mile. Once you kind of hit that, it's kind of weird, but since luckily we're centrally located, so 30 miles out covers a huge area of residential and commercial sections of the city. But some of those areas are really big. So when somebody calls in and says, hey, I'm in Crystal Springs, okay, no big deal. If you look at a map and you go down the interstate, Crystal Springs, yeah, it's only like 30 miles from here, 30, 35 miles from here. The problem is they're never close to that little dot on the map. They're always way out. And when you get on those little back roads, those little crunchies, when you get on those little back roads, those little 2-lane back roads, it could be another 10 miles on a little 2-lane, sometimes gravel roads. So, yeah, it's not one of those things that I want to do. 20 to 25 miles is what I try to stay within. Safe to walk back distance? Yeah, I ain't walking back 30 miles. More like avoiding getting on those little back roads. Just watched a movie the other day. It was filmed there. Fonda and had Morgan Freeman in it. Which one was that? He's from here. He's pretty common to see him around town doing stuff. He's got like a nightclub or something up in North Mississippi, I think. And he's been to Jackson a lot. I've never seen him personally, but I know he's been like over there across the street to eat. Stayed at a few places here that I'm familiar with. South Dakota's a lot of rural area and flat out. Everything is about an hour away. Yeah, it's like, I've driven through places like Kansas all the way across going from here to Colorado. I can't fathom that because that's just a lot of open driving. Like there's no smaller, I guess you should say smaller centralized areas where there's a lot of people and it's more just everybody spread out in pockets. At least here, everybody kind of stays within a 20 to 30 mile radius. And then beyond that, it's considered country. Country. Pretty much within a 20 mile radius is not country. Past 20 miles is country. Fonda's been in a lot of films too. I don't know which one you're talking about, but aside from like The Help and that one that Jeremy dude did, Lifetime, there's been several Lifetime movies, a lot of like major commercials. No telling how many like documentary type things. If you're watching YouTube and you see like Jackson, Mississippi type stuff, you'll always see like all the bad parts of town, the rough areas, because that's what brings views to some of these people. And then they'll be like, compared to that, and then they'll like drive through Fonda. And I've seen our shop in one driving by. I put a link, I posted on one of my his, and I was like, oh, hey, there we are. My company name, when I post on YouTube, is SE Lock and Key. And I like time stamped it to like right when he drove by and it showed our shop. And I was like, oh, hey, there I am. He's like, who are you? Okay. Okay. Well, if you can't put 2 and 2 together, bro, then that's your problem. Never mind. Didn't mean to offend you. Oh yeah, the Bruce Willis one. That was in downtown Jackson. Uh, it had anything to do with Morgan Freeman, but I think there's actually right now a movie still filming with who was it? I was surprised by this one. Pretty major movie star. Oh, Jeremy Renner was here doing a movie. I don't know if he's done, but it was right before Christmas. He was downtown Jackson, and I think 20 miles that way, a town called Clinton. It's Jeremy Renner and somebody else, otherwise known as Hawkeye. Yeah, and that was just before Bruce went downhill. And I even saw some of the footage that I have from it uh, that a friend of mine filmed because they were right there. Um, he was having trouble like standing back up. Like it was like behind the scenes, and it was after a scene, and he was kind of like, yeah. I was just like, oh, it looks like he's starting to feel the pains. And then yeah, that was pretty much one of his last ones. Sad. Mm. There was another one that was found that had the mayor. The mayor wouldn't allow him to. Supposedly, the mayor wouldn't allow him to film unless he got a role in the movie. And it was that yeah, that was the Bruce Willis movie. Yeah, that was that. So our mayor was in that. Probably was part of the deal. Yeah, that's the same movie I'm thinking of. Now I'm remembering that movie. It was not that great. It was a pretty horrible movie, as a matter of fact. Um, for our Bruce Willis production. A Good Day to Die. Was that it? It was not Die Hard movie. It was like a separate flick. A Good Day to Die. I think that was it. Yeah, it was a pretty horrible movie. Wasn't a fan of that one, but our mayor was in it. Try to avoid the strike. MDB rating is only 4.3 on A Good Day to Die. Yeah, it was not great at all. I honestly think his heyday was with the Die Hard series was after three. Even three was, and of course Armageddon and all that. That was like during his heyday. So the title, yeah, that's it. It was like Die Hard, but not. It was a fake Die Hard. A Good Day to Die. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know the name of this movie. I'm trying to think of the name of the movie they're filming right now. Somebody said it in a post, but I sure as heck can't remember the name of it. But a lot of times when they're filming movies like that, because we've had to sign a lot of NDAs, non-disclosure, with filming companies. I've got a whole folder full of them. But a lot of times they won't really even publicly, like they'll have a fake name. Oh, we're filming for, like that Lifetime movie. They did it. And I don't know if they just changed the name in post, like, oh, we need to change this name. But they were like, oh, the paperwork we signed was like for this movie. But then when it came out, it was a totally different name. Well, I don't know why over a Lifetime movie, but right. Well, during all those, we weren't yet famous, so they just missed their opportunity. They are not that. You bitch. Can't park in the 15-minute. You gotta park there. Right, you're going in the wrong door. Where are you going? She doesn't know where she's going. This way, lady. They've got 2 storefront doors on their cleaners, and it's not that well marked, but so you have their front end is pretty clean and open. It's literally just a counter. And then over here, you've got like all the clothes and stuff. Hey.
Hey, I was coming to pick up my debit card.
Okay, hold on just a Okay. On Saturdays, when you get 3 keys, you get a free tag. So, do you want to put a set of these on that tag too?
Yeah.
Okay. Pick a color. Your choice on the color. 1080 will be the total.
Yes, sir.
And let it get connected there. It's ready when you are. I don't know how we got her. I guess we found the debit card on the ground. Ah, Joe! Clorox bottle down. No, Vincent! I still have my RW4 too. I don't have any chips for it, though, I don't think. I may have a couple that may or may not work. Oh yeah, you're on a cruise. I didn't know you were going to show up today. You just bought Starlink streaming for 200 then the NC, something cruise line. $250 less than. Well, now that's scary. That does want to know how you're on like a 14-day cruise. You said that's a long cruise. So if it was $250 less than the cruise built-in streaming or whatever, that kind of worries me as to how much it really was. That's crazy. Never been on a cruise. We had a big, yeah. So we had a big movie industry, movie foundation backer, guilds and stuff like that. And then the whole flag thing came up, and Mississippi hit national news over the whole flag and other certain things that were decided on. It all made Mississippi news, Mississippi like worldwide news, and kind of put a halt to filming a lot because a lot of those people didn't want to be associated with said thing, and then things changed, and it's slowly going back up now. Yeah, that's a whole, and this is a 10-year, like a whole kind of 10-year period where it was really strong and immediately died off because all that started coming up and people, social media, videos, stuff like that. Yeah. So we're getting our film industry back. We're trying as Mississippians. Did I show you all the crashes and crunchies video? Did I? I didn't email it. Let me email that. I want to see a crash and crunchy. If you're not on Twitter, those of you on Twitter probably already saw this, but where was this? Yeah, there it goes. So can we email this? Surprised I didn't already email it. Crashes and crunchies cam. This happened a couple of days ago. Luckily, the baby was okay. There was a baby in the car, 2 or 3-year-old baby. Nope, that is not what I'm looking for. Oh, yes, actually it is. Go over to studio mode so that I don't blast your eardrums out with the volume. Try not to do that as much as possible. Does that even work? Gotta loop it. Happens so quick. There we go. Oh, make it bigger. Make it even bigger. You can actually see the airbags go off. Kudos to the airbag manufacturers. Boom. Soon as it made contact, both of the side airbags went off. He saw it coming too. He's like, yeah, I couldn't dodge out of the way enough. He was pissed. There was a lady in the car and there was a dude with a baby on that side of the car. Both cars drove off though. Film industry hates Houston. Dallas gets everything. Newhouse. Jason, can I send you a rewind pick? What is a rewind pick? I guess. I'm scared. You meant pick like pick. What's a rewind pick? I don't know what a rewind pick is, so yeah. Yeah, I think so, maybe. Yeah, he jumped out with the baby. Well, he didn't jump out immediately. He grabbed the baby, and he was like, do you not see me? Do you not see me? Shit, damn, son of a bitch. Stomping around, screaming, which probably I would too. It's freaked out. And then, like 2 minutes later, mom showed up to get the baby. Baby seemed okay, though. It's from Wafer Locks. Rewind fish. Sure. If you would like to. Anybody can always send me whatever they want. Give it a go. I don't. Who makes it? Rewind pick. Is it normal to not look to the sides before driving out and doing that? There was a sheriff lady right there. The pickup truck was a sheriff's department lady who almost got whacked too. It was a good solid thunk. Like we all came out like, oh shit, something bad happened. Something bad happened. I'm sure the kid wasn't overly thrilled with the airbag going off right beside him. But then, yeah. Hey.
How you doing, sir?
Good.
You think they gonna open up? Because they said from 10 to 2.
Yeah, he's got another sign on the door. He's sick, so he's not open today.
Sign up there saying it.
Yeah, it's right on. It's on the door. We get into arguments with people because the sign says 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. She mad. She big mad. She's big mad. We literally get into arguments with people. They're like, come in at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, whatever. They're like, the sign says 4:30, but it doesn't say 4:30 p.m. It just says 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. So they all think that he's here at 4:30 in the morning till 7:30 p.m. So we get him big mad. Big people get big mad about that. Big mad. It's like her. It's your design. Oh, well, yeah. Okay, cool. I saw that you were doing some web stuff over there. Some pics. I didn't look through them, but I did see that you had a store. I'll have to go see exactly what that is. Yeah, I'll check it out. Back itchy. Big mad. I'm just glad homeboy's truck didn't flip over. Yeah, by the way, I did give him that after mom came and got the kid. I walked over there and was like, "Hey, bro, give me your cell phone number." I want to send you this for your insurance. He never even replied thank you or anything. He said thank you, appreciate it, but like after I got it, after like the heat of the moment was done, I would have been like, oh, really appreciate it. Oh, screw you too. Jason should watch the video for the rewind pick before using it. I mean, it's a pick, right? You use it to jabbing and poke retainers and pry dirt off of stuff and things that you do with normal picks, right? Hammer. They do make sucky hammers, I'll give them that. Most picks make terrible hammers. That's actually a test question, so remember that. It's essentially a fancy reverse pick that's manufactured by, sold on your site. It's a fancy reverse pick. Okay, check it out. And I think I need, what time is it? 12:38? I'm probably going to tap myself up. I'm going to tap this ass up with more coffee from mscolddrip.com, which you can order yourself if you're in the continental United States by going to Miss Cold Drip and choosing salted caramel because it's the best one. Some picks are good screwdrivers, though. That's very true as well. Hey, girl. I had my, our IDN rep was in here Tuesday or Wednesday morning. Somebody called and they were like, hey, I've got a Hagger. Hey, a girl. I was like, hey, girl? No, it's Hag. Oh, my rep just laughed. It's like, yes, sir, we can cut you a hey, girl key. Is that how you pronounce it? It's like, that's how I pronounce it. It was a 6-pin hey, girl key, too. Turtle is the best. Oh, you're going to argue with me? You may be right. I feel like salted caramel is the best, but that's just because it has turtle in it. Flathead screwdriver is also a chisel. Exactly right. Just a really dull chisel, but a chisel nonetheless. Where a chisel flatheads. I ran across those on Amazon the other day. In my tool list, you know, I was looking to see if I had a particular thing on the order, and I started scrolling through it, and then it tells you other suggestions, you know. I was like, ooh, look at that, a chisel tip. Ooh. I have enough flatheads, so that's the last thing I need. I still hadn't gotten around to opening the ones that Justin T sent me. I keep eyeing them, too. Like, it's almost time. It's almost time for me to test them. I've been testing other drivers and stuff, so it's one of the. I'm trying to film here, dump truck. It's one of those. We may have a bajizzy. It's one of those things where lost my train of thought. They're not there. I just hadn't needed them because I've been using other drivers. In fact, in that tool bag, I have a fair number. I went to Lowe's the other day, and they have really gotten kind of out of hand with the whole Klein thing. I know you sent me a video of one of your latest acquisitions, Jay. Dang it, Wes asked me to expound on the electrical Klein driver that I'm using, which, by the way, sucks. Sucks for back pocket carry because the little thing ejects it. Not great, but I'm still using it until I break it. And then when I break it, it'll kind of make that set almost useless. Highly don't recommend. I mean, I recommend it for your electrical kit. Yeah, that's what it's for. I don't know why I started using it just because it's shiny orange. But I started looking at some of the different kits, and it's kind of like Harbor Freight's icon line where they're adding in even like hex star for their pass-through sockets. It's just like, and every one of them is designed for their little ratchet thing. So it's like, and they're not cheap either. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to go down that rabbit hole. I'm perfectly fine right now with PV Swiss. I've got these back here. And I've got a couple of those, chunk, what do you call them, things that have the socket things on them. I don't ever use them. I very rarely use them. When I need them, let's open one of these. Talk me into opening one of these, y'all. One of these three I'm going to put into use. All right. Which they're all sets, except for one. I really want to try this. So he sent me this thing. It's in use in that bag over there. This little pocket guy right here. It's pretty neat. Yeah. It doesn't get a lot of use. I'm not overly fond of the bits with that. I love this idea of this little guy. And it's, I think, in my truck, not in the bag. But I'm not fond of the shape of the bits. They just kind of throw me off. They seem a little chunky to me. So this is one of the ones that I got to decide whether I want to try. Do I want to try this flathead? I think I do. I think I really want to open this one. Because, again, I have been using that helicopter. Probably med flight at the hospital. Well, I think I should open that. I'm going to take the choice out of your hands. I'm going to go ahead and open this. Thanks again, Justin, too, for sending me all this stuff. It has 3 slitted at 1.5, 2.5, and 3.5, and only 2 Phillips drivers, a 0 and a number 1. Yeah, it's time. We're going to go ahead and switch this out. This will become my new one to replace that electric one that I was using. The electric one, since it pops out the blade and they're double-ended, when you go and put it in your back pocket or you're pulling it out of your back pocket, it can catch that mechanism and it causes it to eject. So you'll pull it out and you'll be like, whip it out and there's nothing there. I think I want to do this. But the other things that I still have yet to open was the blade holder. He said this thing was actually supposed to be something was really awesome about this. And it basically is just a bit driver. I don't know why they call it a power blade holder. Is that a Weehaw thing? Power blade holder. Power blade style. Slotted, Phillips, blah, 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 security hex. But why is it called blade holder and not bit holder? That's what I want to know. And then the last one was just a big screwdriver. Which includes a Phillips number 2 and a long one. I don't know. Should I open them all and start using them? Maybe. Oh, hello, Spam. Thought so. Show them the no-grab screwdriver. Which one? Oh, by the way, I tried using Ken Nixon sent me that Amazon. I discovered that Amazon electric screwdriver was not a great back pocket screwdriver. Because it turns on when you slightly bend over. It kept turning on me. Are the long bits inside the handle? I don't think so on this guy. No, there's nothing in that handle. Which means I can use it for a hand. Maybe. No. No, they wouldn't be in there. That's just showing you. They all couldn't be fit in there. So that's just showing you what you can buy separately. Ain't no way they're in that handle. they call their 3-inch long bits blades. So their short bits are bits and blades. Wee-ha! Wee-ha! Which one should I open? I know I'm going to open this one. Let's go ahead and open this one. Ooh and ah over it, because I don't really want to break my electrical screwdriver using it for stupid crap on the daily. So, thank you again, Justin T. Ugh! Made in Germany. Experiencing their debut in Jackson, Mississippi is the Wee-Ha. Wee-Ha. No hassle guarantee. I don't even know where to take this to get a no hassle guarantee. Guaranteed. Fly to Germany and you will have a no hassle guarantee. So I like the fact compared to most American versions, you only get like 4. Like the American style come 1 or 00 and then 0. This has a number 1, so that's awesome for mortar cylinder screws, right? And then one of these, this little one's pretty pointless. That looks just like something you would stab yourself in the hand with. I always try to lean towards as heavy duty as possible. This would make a perfect. It's pretty thin. These actually should go. This tiny one. I ran into a circuit board the other day on a what you call it, DTEX, on a DTEX, the small plastic, the one over there. A little bitty tiny, and I had a little bit of trouble in my truck finding a little bitty tiny flathead screwdriver. So this guy will probably just go in my kit. I like how they're smooth this way. I feel like these are going to do an excellent job of jamming a hole into the back of my pocket. So there we go. Yep. What other one? The Weehaw, the blade holder. I have some blades I can stick in this blade holder. Yeah, we're gonna do that. It's time. It's been like a year since he sent me these. It is time to experience Jason's style of abuse. I got a blade somewhere up here, don't I? Do I? It's short, but it's not 3 inches. So is this a bit or a blade? Or is it going to get jammed in here? Or is it even going to work? Oh, no, it does work. Ooh, that is a solid lockup, baby. That doesn't move a bit.
Hey,
Hey,
do you have any little tiny baby set screws?
No guarantee. No refunds.
Do what?
No guarantee. No refunds.
No refunds.
Yeah, I know I was still muted. I was muted on purpose. Private business. Oh, shit. They made this kind of hard to get into. The... Ah! Oh. Am I going to like the Weehaw better than the PB Swiss is the question of the day. Who knows? But one thing I do know is I have now successfully recovered the plastic bin of the medium different variety. That's got a funny tip. It's very conical and I don't know, it's kind of bulbous right there. Is this, can I hit that? Yeah, it works. All right, let's go ahead and get disassembled. Oh yeah, it's 1 o'clock. It's the worst time of day, isn't it? But Jason has to go do that so that he can finish doing other things. He's next door. I go behind his counter too. I'm going to go back on the comments real quick before we disassemble. Slap her with the chicken with a question like that. Smack! Put that long blue blade I sent you in it. Long blue blade. That was a whole ass screwdriver though. Checking plastic bins. It was there somewhere. But you know what? I have a roll pin plastic bin that needed the right size. I ended up using a safe repair bit. In case you're wondering what I did. It was a air hose with a spring pressure on it, with a shaft with a hollow thing. They thought it was a set screw, but it wasn't threaded, so a roll pin through, and I just didn't have a roll pin, and I found a safe repair pin, and it worked. It goes up and down, and it's spring loaded. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, or not my problem. I did the best I could. Probably would have been better with a roll pin, but the safe repair pin is a little bit more permanent, right? It was the long blade with the blue plastic on it. Oh yeah. Yeah, I use that. You talking about this one? You sent me this? I use this all the time. I was wondering where this came from because I don't remember seeing no. Yeah, that one. Yeah, you sent me that. Okay. Hey, thanks, Jay. Uh, yeah, this is in my main. This is my installation kit. It's got all my 1-inch hole saw there, my 1-inch step drill, and Sharpies for making things duranotic, and my 1-inch and 3/4 inch bits. Yeah, let me stick your long glue thing in this thing. That just doesn't look right. Oof. Oh no, wait, come on. Got to get used to that.
We need it flush.
Ah,
So we got to pull a cassette. So we need to flush it. And then,
come here, hold it right here.
like I said, if I've got I've got the available fucking cylinder again. Grinding, bound, send me a bill. On the machine shop site. I forgot about it. All right. Fingers crossed, Jason. Fingers crossed.
No refunds.
Hopefully this lady will be happy.
This is a test question too. Yeah, on LockForce Academy. So that's a test question. So here, let's go squeeze this in here. So where is it? And that's right there. Yeah. Oh, not that one. Where I want it. That don't make no damn sense, does it? Okay, we're gonna add it then. We're gonna re-add it. Squeeze it in down here, all right? Okay. Squeeze it in down there. All right. Disassemble now that I'm done screwing around with his thing. LockForce disassemble! That thing's been awful quiet today. All right, y'all. Appreciate everybody who's joined in today. That just don't look right. It needs to be red to match, or black, one of the two. Now, or I need to find a blue, blue one. But yeah, that stays in my tip. I can see it getting more use. I could see me using this in my mobile kit, honestly. And that's probably where it'll go. Because I don't have a good bit holder in that kit. Put this guy back. You'll see my little logo. Super cool. Super cool little ratchet there. And my Nipex. And then usually here I have a 3-inch bit holder that just slips in right there. Back pocket carry. So that bit holder would actually be here. If I had this, I could pull out a number 2 bit. Because I already carry the number 2. It's either like 2.5 or 3 inches. It fits right here perfect. So that's where I keep a bit with a bit holder in it. Or a bit holder with a bit in it. That guy is pretty big. I don't think this will ever go in my truck. Again, a little too long, a little too big. Number 2 Phillips, yes. Number 1, maybe. Maybe this will take the place of the vessel in my van or workbench over here. That's a little too long. There's not a good flathead solution. That's if this was like here, it would be good. I tell you what my favorite flathead lately's been is the wear up. I've been using it extensively. Not this version. This version with a slightly bigger tip. That's a small tip. The one I've been using, and see, that's kind of my preferred length there. A little too long. That's why I hadn't opened these yet, because these are all just a little too long. But I'll try the number 2 and the number 1 Phillips. Figure out what to do with these. And then in the meantime, the babies too. Time to start using them. Anyway, thanks for joining in. Appreciate it. Always a. How you doing, buddy? I don't. Always a never-ending process going through screwdrivers and stuff. Take that man card away from about a tool. Yeah, but blue and red, that's pretty harsh difference there. Not that I wouldn't use it, but don't insert 1-inch bits. Yes, the 1-inch bits. That's kind of like a impact driver, right? You see those posts all the time. How do I get this bit stuck in my impact driver out? And they use those little bitty 1-inch bits. I try not to even, honestly, I don't even really use many of those except for in the drivers that have to have those. But I always try to go with the ones that are a little bit longer. So, I'm pointing your fan south. Well, I'm pointing my fan north to blow it right back to you. You're going to have your girlfriend listen to the last 5 minutes with no context. What do you think they're talking about? There we go. All right, y'all. Time for me to go do quick set stuff. Which actually I've already done a lot of pictures and stuff. Now it's more of getting those pictures to the computer to uh, put into question form. So that's what I'll be doing tonight and tomorrow is testing. And I hated tests in school. Here I am making tests. I think it's about time I took these sunglasses home and disinfected them for use. Lady sunglasses for uses. All right, y'all. Hope everybody has a great weekend. And I kept me some new screwdrivers to play with. Because I brought these two in. Vessel's still my king of screwdrivers here. Non-slip grip and the Impacta. Or not the Impacta, but the we were talking about this on one Saturday morning live, and I was like, yeah, I do have that version. And I couldn't find it. And it's either in the bag up there. I don't know. I think Vessels is pretty much is up there, except for the PB Swiss driver. Jason, not sure the cold weather gear in the shop is for actual cold weather. I have got a pile of cold weather gear just over the. Please don't make me come out there. Just don't. Thank you. Yeah, my cold weather gear is ready to go right here. Long sleeve shirt, my Yoda hat, and another hat, and a blankie, and another hat right here, and another rubber chicken. So I'm ready. It's supposed to be coming. Don't know when, but anyway, hope everybody has a great week. Stay warm. I'm ready. I'm ready and I need a haircut. And if this isn't warm enough, I'll go get Gumby's. Gumby, can you confirm that gear is for cold weather? Super light shirt. This is what I was wearing this morning because it was a little chilly. I had this on over this shirt. This is my normal one, though. Or all of the above and just make a blankie with my scarf right here. I'm ready. It's said that if you put a hat on, you're like 15% warmer, which is true. So I can walk around with a hat and short sleeve shirts and be perfectly fine. I have. Where's Gumby's? It's ready too. It's in the backpack, I think. Oh, I've got a furry neck thing right here. Yep. My Gumby hat. It's got to be really cold for this. This thing gets hot quick. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Another shawl with dog hair all over it. So I'm going to take one of these home. Probably will be this one. We'll leave Yoda here. Yep. And this will be needed probably Tuesday if the weather people aren't lying. I'll take this one out. Just in case it's needed. I have other stuff that don't. What in the hell? Alright, so those of you who are actually experiencing cold weather and not just moderately chilly, then yeah, be careful. Jay, Gumby, all y'all who are freezing over there, just thank you for not falling. She's coming to the shoe shop that's not open. All right, y'all, gotta go. Have a great weekend and stay as warm as you can. And I'll try to do the same. Because it's gonna be freezing. It's gonna be freezing. No, wait, yeah, hold on, let me do it this way. It worked out last time. There we go.